What is going on, gamers? Aevatrex here, and today I'm going to be showing you Lava 2 2-man. That's right, 2-man. Now, a lot of people think that Lava 2 is hard enough with 4 people, but just imagine just with 2. Now, I'm going to be doing it with Abosad. This is the setup that I am using, and this is the setup that he is going to use. Essentially, if you ever want to try this, you want to have a strong Ares in there. You also want to have a very strong Minnow. You definitely want a Trentar, and if you have an Arctica or 2, that would definitely go a long way. Vlad is also great for clearing out the towers and also the heroes. As you see there, the heroes are kind of dying, but that's expected considering all that you're going up against. But this is why you bring your Trentar, that way it gives your team a second life, and once you get through that, Arctica goes a long way for freezing the heroes. This Harpy Queen has us going a little bit slow, which kind of hurts us in the end. But if you're going to be doing this 2-man, you have to be ready to just barely beat this, because anytime that I do this with 2-man and we win, we only have a few seconds left. So anytime that something goes wrong, it could make everything go horribly wrong. Now, do I advise you to do a 2-man? Definitely not. If you have 4 people that you can do it with, even better. Especially if you guys are set up for Lava 2. I don't really advise you doing it, but I'm just letting you know that it is possible to 2-man a Lava 2 as long as your teams are up to par. Now, most of our skills are either 9 or 10. A lot of the Vlads got 7 or 8 of 8 War God. As well as really high inscriptions, because if you don't have that, your heroes are just going to be wiped right away, especially if you don't have a strong enough Minnow to stop those stuns right off the bat. But there it is, Lava 2. I know that the update just hit, and we have a long maintenance. I believe it was like 4 hours. I think that's one of the longest maintenance that I can remember. Usually it's 2 hours. There have been some for 3 hours. There's actually been some that have been 2 hours, and then after the 2 hours they tack in an extra hour out of nowhere. But this one right off the bat is 4 hours, so that is kind of crazy. Another good thing that I did notice in the notes is that they are going to be changing back the way that you can put in and take out garrison. So thank goodness for that, because the new system was just horrible. I mean, let's just put it that way. Nobody really cared for it, and it just made things harder. So it went away from what they've been trying to do, and let's make everything easier. So I'm glad that they're doing that. There's also going to be torch battle logs, which is great. And they're also stating that in Lost Battlefield, you should be able to get more points and more fame now. So I will definitely be doing my regular runs and see the difference from week to week and let you guys know what exactly that means, because I know exactly how many points I usually average in a week and in a day. So we will see. But I just can't wait to get this update going and this new hero. And there we go. There's the victory with just 5 seconds to go, and then we both get greens. Now, I do have multiple runs here in this video. Some go smoothly, some don't go so smoothly, but even if it doesn't go so smoothly, you can still pull it through. I believe this is one of the runs that things don't go the way that we planned, but we are still able to pull it through. So let's go ahead and wait for this to start, and you'll see exactly where everything just goes wrong. There we go. We get started, and look at that. Minnow and Moltanica are going to the wrong side, and that basically means that they're dead. They're dead. Now, of course, we have Trentar, which is going to revive them, but when you have all of those towers in front of you and all of those heroes in front of you, you're going to die right away. So we lost 2 heroes, and we lost one of the most important heroes, which is Minotaur, because Minotaur is able to take all of these buildings in the exterior. So now not only do we have to kill all of the bosses here, we have to go around and kill all of the buildings. Now, the good thing is that unlike the last run, there wasn't a Harpy Queen really slowing us down. So we actually have a great start, and usually any sort of second that you can save in this is either make or break. So here we go. Now at this point, I'm wondering, okay, we got 2 minutes left. the demon is gonna die, but the demon really isn't the worry here. It's mainly those bosses, and it's not so much that they'll kill your heroes, because once you get there and once you get your pumpkin dude goings and your golems going or whatever healer you're bringing, it's okay, you're gonna survive. But the question is, can you do enough damage? And even if you do enough damage, are you gonna have enough time to do enough damage? So that's the main question here. Of course, Arctica and Ares are there to go ahead and stop the boss from stunning you, because if the boss stuns you, that can make your Pumpkin Duke drop his stacks, and then it can kill you. So I advise you to have Pumpkin Duke with Berserk and in the Blitz artifact. That way, if it does get stunned, it has a chance to keep going and keep stacking, and of course Berserk to facilitate easier stacking. Now keep in mind that this is something that was brought up to me by Abusad, but the Pharmacist, which is a YouTuber that has a channel. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the channel in the description and in the comment section. That way you can go ahead and check his channel out. He has pretty good content, so we can go ahead and let him know that Aevatrex sent you his way. But he, I believe, has already done this. I believe the story is that he tried a 4-man Lava 2, and for some reason there was like 2 teams that died right off the bat, and he just barely was able to beat it with just 2, so that kind of got him experimenting. But there you go, now it's basically a run against time and a run against building. We got 20 seconds, we got some stun towers to go up against still, which can mess us up, but 10 seconds, we just need a good Vlad proc right here. And there we go. So even though we lost Minotaur, one of the most important heroes, we were able to pull it off. And of course, you know, just keep getting greens, because that's all that we get nowadays. There we go. It's pretty much the same setup. We didn't change anything. And this time Minotaur actually decides to go the right way. Now, you're seeing all these heroes dying, but that's okay. That's why you're bringing Trentar. They die, they come back, they get healed up by Golem, they get Golem shield, and Arctica goes ahead and freezes that Harpy Queen, which helps us keep going and not get slowed down. And there we go, we haven't lost anybody. You don't see any tombstones, which means everybody's alive, or at least died, came back, and didn't die again. So here we go. Now this is where it gets intense, because this is where Minotaur and Ares will go to work. Now keep in mind that there are some other heroes around, so that means that Ares will proc, and a lot of times it might not even go into the demon or the boss, but that's okay, because it's going to be clearing out those heroes in the outside. But if your Minnow stays with you and clears all the buildings, the heroes in the outside don't matter at all. Like you see all these heroes that are out here, all the buildings are destroyed, so it does not matter. Now it's just a matter of killing all of the bosses. As long as you kill the bosses, all the heroes can be in the outside, and it doesn't matter, you'd win. But since those heroes are there, that means that they also can get hit by Ares, so that is a problem. But as you can tell, we are slowly chipping away, and we're slowly killing everybody. Look at that Arxbane. He's just taking massive damage, and it barely even shows that he's taking damage. That's crazy. It reminds me of the insane dungeon heroes that have massive HP and massive attack. They gotta be like Inscription 250, because they're just way too tough. Way too tough. There we go. Minnow, as you see there, Minnow is still proccing, Arctica's still going, Pumpkin Duke is stacking, and we only got a minute left. So we gotta get things going. There's some stuns that the bosses are doing, but because our Pumpkin Dukes are in the Blitz artifact, usually at least one of them can keep going and keep the stacks going. So that's what keeps us going. I believe there's only 3 heroes left in the outside. So Ares should be targeting everybody on the field at this point. Can we clear everything on the map, including those heroes in the outside? I'm interested. Okay, there goes Vlad. So we only have Moltanica and Pixie at this point. One more Ares will take care of that Molt. There it is. So let's go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. There goes the Pixie. I think one more Ares proc will take care of that. There it is. And now it's just a matter of taking out this boss. 13 seconds left, and keep in mind that everything went well in this one, and we just barely beat it with 10 seconds. So do I advise it? No. Oh, and we get the purple. but it can be done. But stick to your 4-man, and happy update, guys. Get ready for a lot of videos tomorrow. And until later, bye.